where we can help you level up your cruise game. Today, we're tackling a big question that a lot of families ask before their first cruise. Is the cruise beverage package really worth it for families? If you've got kids, or even if you're traveling as a multi-generational group, the drink package can sound tempting, but it's not always the best financial choice. In this video, I'm going to break down the costs, the pros and cons, and share some smart tips to help you decide whether to buy it or skip it. Let's roll right on in. First, let's clear up what a beverage package usually includes, because it's not just cocktails. On most cruise lines, you'll see options like soda packages, which include unlimited soda, but you're not going to get specialty coffees, bottled water, or alcohol. Deluxe drink packages. These are going to be the more comprehensive ones with the alcoholic drinks like cocktails, beer, and wine, and they're also going to include soda, specialty coffee, bottled water, juices. And then you have the refreshment package, which is nestled right there in the middle, which will include pretty much all of your non-alcoholic beverages like mocktails, smoothies, bottled water, coffee, soda. So as a family, your kids can't use the alcohol package, but a lot of cruise lines require every adult in the stateroom to purchase one if anybody does. So that's a key factor to keep in mind, and we'll talk more about that in a bit. Average drink prices on board are going to vary a little bit, and they're going to be a key component to figuring out if the drink package is worth it for you. Soda's about $3 to $4 a piece. Specialty coffees about $2.50 to $6 depending on the size and the type. Beer's about $7 to $8. Wine's about $9 to $14, and then your cocktails run usually between about $10 to $15. So if you're a parent that enjoys a couple cocktails by the pool, maybe a glass of wine with dinner, you can hit $40 to $50 a day without trying too hard. And then you multiply that across 2 adults and a 7-night cruise, you're starting to rack up a pretty significant bar tab there. Now let's talk about the cost of the beverage packages. On Royal Caribbean, for example, the deluxe beverage package often runs $60 to $90 per day depending on when you buy and how much of a discount they're running, and they often run discounts on their beverage package. The refreshment package is more around $30 to $40 per person per day. And this is kind of where families start to get stuck. Let's say mom drinks coffee, maybe a little bit of wine, dad prefers cocktails, and the kids really just want soda. Do you buy everyone different packages? Do you pay out of pocket for each drink? A 7-day cruise for 2 adults where you have to have the deluxe beverage package by itself is going to be about $900 to $1,200 in total, and that's just for the drinks. And then if you add in soda packages for the kids, you're looking at a really big expense on top of your fare. There are pros to buying the package. Why do people still go for it? Well, one is convenience. You don't have to think about the bill every time you order a drink or whether or not you're going to like a drink. You can just get a different one. You have a lot of freedom to try new cocktails, mocktails, and specialty drinks without worrying on the price. There's value for heavy drinkers. If you're going to drink more than 5 to 6 alcoholic beverages a day, it normally does pay for itself. Kids and teens can benefit from the refreshment packages. Unlimited sodas, smoothies, and mocktails can really help make them feel included. If you're the type that doesn't want to track receipts or stress about the final bill, a beverage package can really be a great peace of mind. However, there are cons to buying the beverage package, and this is the flip side of it all, is the reasons families actually regret it when they buy it. First, every adult usually has to buy. If dad wants a deluxe beverage package, mom's probably going to have to get it too, even if she may only have a single glass of wine at dinner. If you have a lot of port days and you're off the boat for excursions and you're not on board to actually take advantage of your beverage package, then you're paying for days that you're not using it a lot. There are some hidden costs. Some packages do not include bottled water. Starbucks is not included, and also premium brands. So you really need to read carefully what's included in the beverage packages for your particular cruise line. Kids packages add up. That's $12 to $15 per day for the soda package per kid. And it doesn't sound like much, but when you multiply it over a week and you add on perhaps packages for the adults, so a lot of families think that paying out of pocket might actually be cheaper than the packages. So here are some tips for families that are deciding on whether or not the package is right for them. Do the math for your family. Think about each person's drinking habits, like, how many sodas do you drink in a day? How much, wine or beer do you think you're going to realistically consume on the trip? Look at port heavy itineraries. If you're off the ship a lot, you're not going to use the package as much. So, are you going to be able to, make up, or eat drinking it enough that you're going to be getting the value out of those port days? Buy early if you're going to buy. Packages are often cheaper before your cruise than buying one on board. And make sure to note down the price you paid if you do buy. You want to check back with your cruise planner often for sales. And if you see a cheaper price, you can cancel that original purchase and then buy it at the cheaper rate. And that can save you a significant amount of money. Consider sharing hacks, like maybe one parent gets a coffee card if they're a big coffee drinker, and another gets a bottled water package instead of just getting full coverage. On some cruise lines, you can bring soda or wine on board. Again, you'll want to check the exact policy of your cruise line. And you can mix and match a little bit. Sometimes maybe you just want to get a soda package for your kids, and then the adults pay a la carte and save the money that way. The key is really tailoring this to your family's drinking style, not just going with what the cruise line pushes. What did we do as a family? We bought the unlimited soda package for ourselves because we don't drink a lot of alcohol at all. So, you know, buying one didn't make sense. And it didn't really make sense to buy a package for our child. Might be a little bit different if he was a little older, but I feel like anything that we buy for him, we can just pay a la carte. He's had soda before, but it's not something we allow on a regular basis, so we just decided to pass on that for him because I really don't want to see him drink enough soda in a day to cover the cost of getting a soda package for him. So, more on how that worked out when we get back. So, is the cruise package for beverages worth it for families? The answer is it really depends. If you're a big soda, coffee, or cocktail drinker, it might give you extra freedom and peace of mind. But if your family drinks pretty lightly, you've got a lot of port days, chances are you're going to save some money by skipping it. At the end of the day, it's about knowing your habits and planning smart. Don't let the cruise hype push you into buying something that you don't need. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Roll for Boarding for more family-focused cruise tips. And if you're still debating or looking for more information on beverage package options, check out my video linked below, which gives a more detailed look at beverage packages overall and is tailored for anyone. So until next time, may your drinks be cold and your cruise smooth sailing.